This is Clix on the Barbie. Join us as we talk about Clix in Australia, current heroclix happenings, and a dash of meta. So, welcome back to Clix on the Barbie. Tonight we're going to be talking about some rise and fall and the characters that we like in that. We'll also be talking a bit about equipment and what's happening with gameplay in Australia. So tonight we have with us Rafael Souza. Say
Hello.
g'day, Raf.
Yep. How are you? Good.
Yeah, good. And also we have Chris Rizzi joining us again. So say g'day, Chris.
How's it going?
And yeah, so I guess we should just turn the Barbie on and get things heated up, and let's start looking at Clix in Australia. So for myself, I haven't had a chance to play of late. We were going to have a sealed for Wonder Woman, but we only had 2 people turn up for the event, so we didn't fire off, and we've decided to postpone that. And I see that in Sydney on June the 27th, they're also going to be having play at Galaxy, and that they're going to be having a 400-point Silver Age Big Guns event. So that's where you must have 3 characters worth 75 points or more on your force. So, and I like that. That gives a bit more strategy, gives you a chance to try out other characters. What do you guys think to that? Would you be involved?
Well,
Who would you?
not sure if they are prepared to receive my stuff there. So
No one's ever ready to receive your stuff, Raf.
I think
No one's ever ready.
I think they're
Sorry,
not
I'm-
expecting like big guns, to be honest. Like,
Yeah. I like the idea that it's a 400-point team, and you've got to have those high point characters. So what are you already looking at? 225 points worth of characters, because they need to have 3 characters worth 75 points or more. So
oh yeah,
for me, I'm going cool. I'll see if I can find 4 100-point characters, and off we go. Yeah. And I look, there's Captain Marvel, and
Pretty easy, yeah.
yeah. So that sounds like it could be a fun little event. So those people who go and play, I hope they really enjoy that, because that sounds just sounds fun.
yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, there's not much going on. Anything happening down your way, Chris?
No, there's no plans. There's no nothing. I think we might be getting in Wonder Woman in our store, but other than that, there's nothing going on. We're still in restricted times right now, so.
Yeah, I still no news about Wonder Woman here in Sydney. I mean, Galaxy got some, but I think that's basically it. I ended up buying stuff from Daniel. So Daniel bought a bunch of Wonder Woman, and so I told him, like, sell me all your spares. So what means that he kind of like recovered a little bit of his money, I think, because I ended up buying like the whole. I think I probably have commons, uncommons, and lots of rares. And
Oh, that's good.
yeah, and he just sold me everything that he had, the spares. So I got some stuff here, but nothing on I mean, boosters or anything else.
Yeah, my problem is that I have a shop close by that does sell boosters, and I find it hard to not go in and grab one every once in a while.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I wish I had that trouble.
It's a good trouble to have.
You know, it's an interesting question that I might have here, just as a quick one for you guys. So, what do you do when you know that the chase from the set was already pulled from that collection of boosters? How do you?
If the boosters on the shelf that are left, the chaser's already gone.
Yeah.
Is it worthwhile buying any more of those boosters?
What do you do? That's the question.
It
Yes.
depends. For me, there's only 2 stores in Melbourne that sell heroclix. One of them puts them out on display, so you can kind of, I hate to say it, you can kind of peek and see, but I mean, there's only one player in Melbourne that does that. There's not many other guys, so I take a look. I'm not proud of it, but you got, if you're not, what's the phrase I'm looking for? If you're not cheating, you're not trying. It's pretty much it.
Yeah, you
So-
can pick up the. So I think there are some stores that you can. So Galaxy doesn't matter. Like you can pick, you can like have weight. See, oh, this is heavy. I want this one. They are fine with this. So I think that. But I've heard of other stores like if you touch, you buy it.
Yeah, that started happening back in Canada,
Okay.
where you had to pick it. So
Okay.
just some things are like that. Some places aren't. You just gotta.
But what happens
pick and
if you
choose.
know that the other guy already bought the chase? Do you still buy it?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If I know that it's gone,
Yeah.
then I try not to, unless I'm really missing a couple super rares. But but then it's like no go for me. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Cool.
it's a really hard one. So I'm trying to come at it from a different angle. Going, well, I was going there anyway. I'm going to get some boosters, so I might as well see what I can pull.
Yeah.
Generally, I don't know whether someone's pulled the chase or not. There's different things. So sometimes I hear, oh yeah, this guy pulled like. So one of my children come to school. I've got this green arrow, Mr. Jones. I don't know what it is, and he showed me. I go, yep, that was a chase from the Justice League ones. I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't buy any more Justice League. I couldn't help myself. I had to, just because I really enjoy that set. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's just like, cool. I'm actually just going to invest in the store, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're
Makes
willing
sense.
to support my play
Yeah.
and willing
Yeah.
to
that makes
give
sense,
us an
yeah.
opportunity to play. So purchasing at the store, it's like buying a case. It was rather expensive. It's with the new sculpts, it's gone up dramatically. And so there's a part of me also having to temper how much I buy because I can't afford to just endlessly buy heroclix.
Yep.
And so I have this conundrum of going. So 2 pieces I'm missing at the moment are both the high evolutionaries, so the prime one and the just the normal one, and I'd really like it. I'd really like both of them. So I was thinking, do I just go and buy it off of, say, Troll and Toad, and just get them sent here? And looking, it's probably going to be 100. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. About, I don't know, $70 or $80 to get it, to buy them and then get them sent here. And going, do I just go down and buy 4 boosters and have a crack?
High evolution 59 is $26 with
So
the
then
isotope E, and the other one 59B is $55.
Yeah, and so what's that? That's
Yeah.
$80 American. So let's add another 20 on, probably. I don't know, exchange rates.
Yeah.
And so I'm going.
Right.
If I just go and buy four more boosters, I might be lucky to pull one. Probably not, but I might pull something that I can trade for one. So
yeah,
I don't know.
but trying to trade for one in Australia is like finding a unicorn. You'll never do it.
yeah, that's right. So I'm going to. I just cut my losses and go right. Just buy the 2 pieces I want. So
Well, that's where I'm at with the Wonder Woman chases for like Sky Tyrant, Scarab. I'm trying to find people online that are selling them, but it's all US only, and that's it. So there's not much I can do.
Even Throwing Toad has no stock of that stuff. So
yeah, even if that was an option, I wouldn't do it because they always up their prices no matter what, and hardly ever do they ever readjust to regular prices.
Yeah.
So
And
hard to
that
say.
was the other thing going. I just don't know. So yeah, and
Yeah.
I guess trading is one of those things that's hard in Australia because usually, I feel everyone sort of gets everything they need, and then they don't have much to trade,
Yeah.
or they're not looking for things. And then if
Yeah.
you're trying to do it overseas, we have this. There's a difficulty with that only in US that they're trading or selling
Yeah.
in the US,
Yeah.
and I get that. It's one of those
So,
things, but yeah, it
It's
just
the
makes it really hard
heroclix
for us.
International Trading Group, but it's not international.
No, it's
Yeah,
and
that's a hot
it's-
take on its own.
Yes, very much so. So I just think it's where we need to. We just have to continue to look for those good trades when we can get them, or good purchases when we can. So, hence why I probably just go back and buy some more clicks
Yeah.
from the shop.
And see, you got it good because you can go down and have that stock, whereas all the Fantastic Four Future Foundation that's sold out in Melbourne. All the Wonder Woman, well, it's not in yet, so I mean that's what 2 months after it's come out.
That's
There's no House of X. There's no Spider-Man, Venom, Carnage. There's no Fantastic Four from the sets. Like we're sold out. That's all there is. I know we have Rebirth, but I don't think anyone wants Rebirth. So
and
that's
there
our
is
problem
that.
down here.
Yeah, I know in our shop that they've got some Harley Quinn and things like that because someone was interested, and now it's just sort of sitting on the shelf, and I'm not going to buy Harley Quinn. Just I don't need any of it, and
Well,
yeah,
I wouldn't mind that Batman God of Knowledge. That'd be a good one to get.
yeah, he is really good. Alan pulled him, so he is really really good. And the other thing is like you are looking here, and Spider-Man and Venom is sold out in Australia. Well, from what I can see, so
Yeah.
it can be difficult the buying and purchasing of heroclix and trading. I know I looked at my trades the other day, going, I've got a lot here. I've got to put them up and see if anyone wants anything from them.
Yeah.
But start trying to move some stuff.
We'll talk after.
Sorry for deviating from the topic.
No, that's fine. I think
Yeah,
I
good.
think it's important to talk about that trading because it is a hard thing for us.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so
Just no one in the world likes Australia. That's what it is. No one likes Australia.
No, the excuse is that we are too far away.
Yeah. Yeah. We're in an island. Yeah.
we're an island on our own, and so there's things like I even was looking at cool stuff, but they don't ship to Australia. So
Oh, that's a
it's
shame.
also-
That's a shame. They use it too, but after Australia introduced that like GST to even to internationals, they stop it. They said, "Nah, I'm not gonna pay your fees." Like.
Which is a shame for us because it was another, I guess, resource loss for us to be able to purchase
that's
things,
really
so.
really sad because I used to buy like a lot from them. So
Yeah, but you gotta search for other options like Glass Cabinet Hobbies. I'll always try to toot their horn because they've been good to me. So
and just to let the guys know, we are looking for sponsors. So if they want to sponsor us,
Maybe I didn't know that.
gimme.
well, it would be cool to have a sponsor, right? Let's say we are sponsored
no,
by
you're
Throwing
right.
Toad, the biggest HeroClix stuff, and etc. And then we get boosters and stuff to give away and this kind of thing, or maybe to crack
just
some
not
boosters
cool
and
stuff.
open. No, not cool stuff because they don't ship to
Not
Australia.
cool stuff. Yeah, 100%. X-nay on the cool stuff, ain't.
Okay, that was an interesting tangent that we're going on.
Yep.
I was thinking about talking to my local shop about that too, and saying, hey, we're putting on this podcast. Do you want to
true.
we can say brought to by Tabletop Warfare.
Yeah, cool.
And start there because we do have a shop here. So, but yeah, sponsorship would be interesting. I'm just happy to get on and talk Clix. So that's always what I enjoy. Right, so that was trading and a range of other things. let's move on to talk about Rise and Fall. So X-Men Rise and Fall has pretty much been all spoiled, all the figures.
I think there's 2 or 3 pieces might be missing
From the chases, right?
from the set list.
I mean,
Yeah.
chases.
No, I think
no?
all
the chases already?
I think
Chases
all the
are all
chases are there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's just I'm looking.
Number 58, that's missing.
And by any means, we are going to refer to this set as RAF, not
this is
not
Rise and
anything
Fall?
else. Rise and
Yeah.
Fall, not anything else. Not
Yeah.
XMRF. No, that's too hard. It's RAF.
Okay,
It's
we'll call
RAF.
it
100%.
the RAF set. Okay, that works for me. Yeah, so there's only a couple of pieces.
Garbage set is why it's called the RAF set.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Okay,
was trying to
so-
put a joke in there. I guess that didn't work.
Sorry, no, I think I missed it. I was
Sorry, Ralph. I was trying.
Okay.
So, with this new set coming out, it's due for release here in Australia. The 30th of June. So,
Yeah.
and we laugh because it's always a
Yeah.
fingers crossed type thing. But 30th of June, I know I'll be onto my store as soon as possible when that comes around. Just I want to get a brick. Sorry, I want to get a case and have a look, and we'll go from there.
I know for us here, my store has no info on it at all so far. So
Okay.
hopefully your store's a little bit better.
Yeah, no, my guy's been pretty much on the ball. So I thank my guy Kieran, who's pretty much looks at these things for me often, which is good. So I hope to go in there next couple of days and just check, just to make sure. I just always like to check to see. And it just depends. It says it's estimated to be here on the 30th, but we'll wait and see if that actually comes through in the end. But let's have a look at this new set. It's looking... There's some very interesting pieces in there. I guess I want to just go through and go, have you guys got some pieces that you found interesting? Let's look at maybe 2. And yeah, let's talk about a couple pieces from the set. So, is anyone... Who wants to go first? Raf, do you want to go first?
That's
You
fine.
named RAF, so let's go with RAF first.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's the RAF set.
Cool.
Let's go from this. Raf, what's a piece that you're liking the look of?
I can see 2 pieces that are game changer in my opinion that will have an impact on the game. Is 027 Magneto and 28 Professor X. So the Magneto is the one, the uncommon one that allows you to bring. This is the one that you have at the beginning of the game. You may replace up to 5 friendly characters with the same number of characters from the sideline on their starting clicks. All replacements and replaced characters must have the Brotherhood of Mutants, Acolytes, or Hellfire Club keywords and different names. So both this guy and Professor X, I think, can do something similar. So
yeah, they both got the switch out.
So with the X-Men, Shi'ar, Illuminati keywords, I can see like a lot of potential on this stuff, mainly because Brotherhood's like a really good keyword nowadays, combined with like Hellfire. So I was just thinking about like the team that Terry was playing, like Magneto, Juggernaut, Danger Room Magneto, Mother, and what was Jason Winegard. You can just swap, let's say, Mother for this new Magneto, and then depends on if you win map or if you lose map, you can swap some pieces just not to be alpha striked. For example, in turn 1, you can swap some stuff and swap for some barrier guys or some stuff that can adjust in the beginning of the game, so you don't just get if you win map, you're fine. Okay, let's just go with this team. If you lose map, you swap teams and adapt. So you can even bring, let's say, Dark Phoenix to that team, so you can adjust a lot with, let's say, 5 pieces in your sideline. You still have, or even 6 pieces, and then you still have like 3 pieces of troublemakers, trouble alerts, Brainiac, Vulcan, and Grodd, for example. And you have like 6 pieces. You have Jean Grey, you have like a bunch of like X-Men, Hellfire Club, and Dark Phoenix, and this kind of thing to bring to your team. So I think those two are my pieces for the set that I would definitely want, and that I think that will change the game a little bit.
Yeah, they're great picks. That Magneto, I would say, is stronger than the Professor X. I think those keywords are stronger that he has to work with Brotherhood and certainly Hellfire Club now. And I
Well,
also like his defensive power. He's got barrier and energy shield deflection for himself, and then friendly characters with a shared keyword within range and line of fire can use energy shield deflection. That can help you as well.
yeah, see, I like the Professor X for the Illuminati keyword because I mean, then you can bring in Black Panther from the Avengers Black Panther set, because that's, or Iron Man I think has that, or that opens up your keywords for that one, I think.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, X-Men is a great keyword as well. Like, there's
Yeah.
plenty of X-Men people to play with, but yeah, just looking at Brotherhood, looking at Hellfire Club, there's a lot, and because you could start off with Brotherhood theme team, but then you could also bring in someone from Hellfire Club. It's not going to affect your theme after, because you've already made theme when you started the game. So, but yeah, X-Men and Illuminati. That's I don't know, actually haven't had a look at Illuminati. Okay, there's Bad Thinkers one. Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, that'd be interesting. You can certainly have some interesting pieces on your sideline.
Yep.
That one. Okay, yeah, cool. So yeah, so no, I think they're good pieces, RAF. I think you're right. They will start to see some play. It gives the same sort of feel as the Invisible Woman from the Fantastic Four set, where you can swap around, and it gives that chance to look at your opposition's team and go, okay, I'll need this for this.
Yeah, I think that gives more strategic stuff for the game, like, because there's that thing that you're not screwed. Like, you have a backup plan, right? So you can see the other team and say, not oh, I lost map, I automatically lose the game. So yeah, that's okay, I lost map, but I still have a plan, because like the way it is now, sometimes like you look at the other team and you see how alpha strike they are, and you see, oh, I lost map, there's nothing, absolutely nothing I can do about it, and that's basically gonna be game. So now you kind of like have options to have like a backup plan, so makes the game really strategic, in my opinion.
I like the idea that it's something like ID card. Well, ID cards were always that I can call this in and do something. So it's not as easy as ID
It's
cards,
not
but it
easy,
gives you that
yeah.
chance. It gives that chance to just resculpt your team
Yeah.
as you need. And I do like that opportunity. Would be really interesting. I think it would take a few hours to go through and look at all the different options that you
Oh
could
yeah,
take.
of course. Yeah. You need to be prepared, right? Like, let's say
Yeah.
in a high competitive environment, you might need to practice a lot and say, "Oh, those are the options I have," But at least you have. I would say you have a backup. At least to survive like an alpha strike, you have like barrier, someone that you can put in the front and say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna survive."
Cool. Excellent. Great choices. So the Magneto and the Professor X. Chris, do you have a figure? Or, yeah, let's go for one. Do you have one that you've seen that you found very interesting in this set?
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Emperor Gladiator Prime, and
Okay.
he just has a lot of movement that he can do. Prob, penetrating psychic blast, which is always good. And yeah, I say I like him pretty good.
He's
14
100
movement,
points.
12 attack. Yeah, for the 100 points. Just for that movement, I would go with the 100 points. I mean, it's only 2 extra clicks or 3 extra clicks, but I think what he brings to the table would be pretty good.
So
Yeah,
what
running shot.
what happens with him if he's not able to hit? Like,
Well, you'd have that prob to make sure that you can hit. And
no,
that's
I
4
mean
damage.
if you're not the first player, right, and you're not able to kind of like hit, he's good, but just looks like quite easy, I would say, to kill or not. Like 2 shots
Again,
with Pain Psych, like he's gone.
For me personally, I don't care about first strike. I play the game to play the game. So that's the way I see it.
So I still like say okay. So looking at both sides, so a highly competitive game. You're quite right, Raf. You could go Psychic Blast, twice, bang bang, and
Yeah.
he could be gone. If he's already made a hit, and so okay, so people. I guess the main thing I've seen with Alpha Strike is everyone's coming in and punching. Whether it's with a maggot getting in close, whether it's with a giant girl, whether it's with Wonder Woman incapacitating first, whether it's Sky Tyrant coming in. And so I guess the Sky Tyrant would be because he's got the impervious there. But if he's already, his trait where it says you can't hurt me because I believe you can't hurt me. When Emperor Gladiator hits, give him a confidence token, maximum of 1. If Emperor Gladiator has a confidence token, he can reduce penetrating damage, which is a beautiful thing. Getting that there,
or when Emperor Gladiator would take damage, he may instead remove the confidence token to take no damage.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he started with it, just to help out there. But definitely, he needs to sort of get in and get a hit. Then he becomes a lot.
He's also got leadership and mastermind, and I mean, you just mastermind off that attack, and there
true.
you go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
so he certainly has those bonuses there. And then if you're playing him, you probably, and so going back to the probably more casual game, it'd be great fun for a casual game. Leadership, bring out some Shi'ar soldiers. They could have, if they get light objects out.
Or maybe you can add Starro and do a lot of Starro fights and just masterminds to Starro fights.
Yeah, that's right. So, and come to equipment, he might be a good one for the illusion generator. It gives him shape change, and then he could. That's there. It's I think he could be. It would be interesting in high competitive play if someone can build something around him. The keywords aren't bad. Imperial Guard, Shi'ar.
And he's cosmic, right?
He's cosmic.
Yeah,
Yep. So
he's cosmic.
So
he generates Shire soldiers, so that's good.
Nice. Yeah.
When
that gives him his
mastermind. Yep.
So he can shoot through blocking terrain.
Yep. True.
So he certainly has some good power behind him, and even if he takes a click of, takes 3 damage or something like that, he goes to a close combat expert quake. 11 attack, 3 damage. What's that? That's 12 attack, 4 damage. So he's still pretty powerful. I think that's a really good pick. That would certainly be one I'd be hoping to get out of a booster at some stage. Right, for myself, I'm probably going to go on the bit more casual side. I don't know if this guy is great, but I look forward to trying to play him at some stage, and that is Multiple Man. And I'm just trying to find him again. And because I just really like some different characters. So at 40 points.
Which one is this? Sorry.
So this is Multiple Man. He's number 07 in the set. And this is, I guess, more so for a fun kind of game because I just enjoy playing something different. And I'll probably want a lot of him because he's not a standard character. And he has the thing of Multiple Man takes a maximum of 2 damage from attacks. Whenever Multiple Man takes damage during your opponent's turn after resolutions generate a multiple man on click number 9. So I really like that whole generating. It's good. Yeah,
You
it's
were the
after,
one playing Dead Jokers, right?
I enjoyed those. Don't get me wrong. I've played those jokers a lot. I've played them a lot recently. I've played against them as well, and I just left that person or tried to poison them to death. But yeah, I like building a team. So I'm looking at this guy. He's only 40 points. 5 clicks of life. He's got still energy. So if he's hitting, he's coming back. If he hits someone, all of a sudden he's doing 3 damage because they've come popping out with Empower as well. So that's a good thing. And I'm just thinking one night I'm going to have to play maybe a couple of these guys and the Madrox from out of Dark Phoenix as well, because that's the one that also produces more and more. So, but he was very expensive. So I'm looking forward to playing a team of that. I just think this would be a really fun character. Certainly not meta potential, but just really fun to play.
Yeah.
He's got leadership, his toughness. He's if he start hitting, he's got no move and attack, so you've got to try to get him up there somehow. But he's got the underworld team ability, and so if you do get hit, then all of a sudden you've got another one out. He's only 40 points. I'd certainly look at playing 2 of him on a team, plus maybe a 200 point big Madrox who's then can starts off with things. So I've got 20 points left over for something else, and just thing is they can't be equipped, so.
Yeah,
because they're not standard characters, but that's okay. Just looking for, I guess, when I have a casual game, I just want it to be good fun. So just try something different. So he was my first pick as something interesting and could be enjoyable to play. You have another pick, Chris, seeing as RAF went both with his Professor X and
Magneto. Just quickly looking at the Apocalypse number 62.
Number 62.
I like what he does, giving adjacent friendly characters or characters with the X-Men or Horsemen keyword Steel Energy. So I mean that's pretty good.
That's interesting, yeah.
I would go with the 125 point line yet again because of the movement, leadership, and outwit. I think it's just a fun piece. I don't know if it's going to break anything, but I like my Apocalypses. That's pretty much it.
What about your Thanos? You need to play Thanos
I still like Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for 125 points, I think it's a pretty good set of.
Yeah.
Nice looking sculpt as well. We've had some pretty good looking Apocalypses of late, so and that's another one to add to the mix. But
just too many now.
That's a weird thing. After so many years of not having Apocalypse to be able to play, it's good to actually have these different versions of them. And I think you're right. I think it's just another great fun piece to play. 125 points. Go out there. He's got you've got X-Men team that you can have with him, so it's still quite valid.
You even have the future keyword, so you can even pair him with the Doom stuff that brings everyone to Latveria. So,
yep,
yeah,
he's got ruler. Yeah, so ruler, past, future,
past, future,
X-Men.
I've been looking for more future people. That's good because I want to. I still like that. So that's actually
But
be
even if you give so what still energy to Dark Phoenix, she cannot heal this way, right? She needs to heal killing people and stuff, right? When Dark Phoenix is on the retaliation click, right?
Yeah, she just can't.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got to use her. It's got to be her special healing.
Okay.
I think he's a really good piece. As I said, really nice looking piece, and would be really interesting to play down the line. As I said, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's high level competitive, but he's certainly really good fun.
It's a fun piece.
Yeah, and that's. I think sometimes, we need to also just look at that and just look at it. They're just fun pieces to play.
Yep.
So for myself, I was looking at there's a few that I actually really like. I like the look of the weapon hex, and I like the look of dupe pool. But I think the one I really enjoyed was Blackheart. So he's number 55 in the set,
55.
Yep.
and
Yep. Oh yeah, this guy is
and
interesting. Yeah.
yeah, he's got mystics. His Hellfire Club, so sort of comes in with your with the Magneto. He can, if he succeeds on leadership, he can create a Hellfire Club guard, and it's a power action to turn him to that click 9, which is their uber sort of demon click. And yeah, I just think he's really good. If someone's got, so he's got the Heart of Darkness. If a character's been KO'd since your last turn, Blackheart deals penetrating damage, and so it doesn't matter who, your team, their team, just deals penetrating damage. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, KO a friendly Hellfire Club guard, so you can do it yourself. If you did remove an action token from Blackheart, heal in one click, and after resolution, you can use either charge or running shot as free. So he's got some options there, which I really like. He's got Mastermind. The last 2 clicks, he gets his special, the Prince of Hell stop. So he's got 2 stop clicks. Mastermind. He gets gets the Cosmic Power Team ability, and he gets to generate a Hellfire Club guard each time those clicks are first time this click is revealed. So he's got 2 of those, so he gets to generate 2. So I think he could be really valuable on a Hellfire Club team.
Yeah.
Monster, mystical. He's got great keywords: Hellfire, Monster, Mystical, Ruler. Has deity as well, but I think those are the 3 mystics. He's going to be really fun piece, and I think people will be able to build him into some really great teams.
Yeah.
So
long dial as well, but 150 points is a lot. But
but he has a 75-point dial, and it's only 4 clicks. It's only 4 clicks, but 2 of them are stop clicks. He's generating. He's can make choices. He can heal, so he can get rid of a Hellfire Club guard and heal 1 click. So
maybe I was just looking again at Starro, just because of like if something is killed, you can get penetration. So if you play Starro and generate the Starro fights, and you can even mastermind and also have penetrating because like someone died, right? Was KO'd.
Yeah.
You mastermind to the Pog, so you Starro fight, and then something was KO'd. Then you have the penetrating stuff.
So he gets hit. He goes to his first stop click. He gets to generate a Hellfire Club guard, and then he can mastermind to it.
Oh, he only gets mastermind later on the dia?
Yeah, so his mastermind is on his last 2 clicks. It's part of his special.
Okay, yeah, I see. Okay, on the stop click. Okay, I see. But, takes a little bit, a little while to get there. Okay.
Yeah, but he's still valuable up front. He's got that leadership. He can make choices about how he goes about things. He's got the prob. I think for 75 points, he'll be able to. People will squeeze him onto teams.
Well, okay, just hold on a second, because when he generates a Hellfire Club guard, you can also, that guard can do adjacent friendly characters with the Hellfire Club keyword can use Mastermind, but only to choose the guard. So that's
so you could have one on. So for what's a guard, 25 points, I think. So for 100 points, you can have him and a Hellfire Club guard. So then you've got your mastermind straight up. As you need. So yeah.
So I mean that'd probably even work for Tri-Sentinel and stuff too, right?
Yeah. So you start to get this there. So
so there's lots of ins and outs for that.
And hang on. So he's got Hellfire Club. That Magneto had Hellfire Club. So there's certainly starting to become a really, and it has been a pretty powerful keyword, but now Hellfire Club has certainly added a bit more to the mix, which will be really interesting to see how people put that all together.
Yeah, and there's also that Jean Grey that explodes into Dark Phoenix and stuff.
So there's still plenty of options. So I think he will be another one from this RAF set. That would be good fun to play and good fun to have.
Yep, I agree.
Good.
Any final words on this set that you want to say before we look at
I
the
can't
ones?
wait until we get it in 3 months.
If we get it,
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
We'll get here. I have faith in the
Yeah,
system.
no,
We'll
I
get here.
got nothing really. Yeah.
And that's fine. So I think I look forward to trying it out in sealed, seeing what it looks like, and then starting to get some of these pieces. And look, there's not super strong pieces. There's some pieces I haven't had for a while, like Silver Samurai and what's his name, Omega Red, and some new pieces like Eric the Red, which would be nice to have. You know, do I need another copy of Sabretooth? Yeah, I'm happy to have one. But it's yeah, I'm not going to be buying lots and lots of it, but I'll certainly get my case and we'll go from there.
Yep.
I guess it depends on how much I can get my hands on. Cool. Okay, so let's talk about equipment, and I was thinking that we could aim this segment. That's not a knife. This is a knife, because equipment is valuable in our game of heroclix, but has also changed in the since with this last set coming out, with Scarab being a thing. So I just want to talk about equipment. How are you guys using equipment? What sort of things are you using? What's your top 3 pieces of equipment? So let's talk equipment. So let's have a look. What's your top 3 pieces of equipment and why? What would you packing if you're packing a modern team? You're coming to an event. What equipment would you be looking at using? RAF, what do you look at using?
So in my teams, what I'm using at the moment are like top 3: spin ring, power jam, and well, in one of my teams, I'm still using the octopus arms, but this is going to retire soon. Next month, isn't it? Like in few days, like
It's not,
2 weeks, right? So yeah, so I don't even better not consider the octopus arms. So let me see: power gem, spin ring, and probably something. I would say the symbiote, not the carnage symbiote. What is that? Is it like?
It's
Is
the
it,
Carnage symbiote.
yeah, is it? Let me see which symbiote do we have. Yeah, carnage symbiote. Yeah, I think that would be my 3. Because it kind of replace the venom symbiote, the other symbiote, the venom symbiote that I was using a lot. Gives like plasticity and shape change. But this one costs a little bit more. So those like 10 points are quite hard to fit. But I would say, yeah, those 3. So the Carnage symbiote, the ring, spin ring, and is the Carnage symbiote heavy object? Which one is the heavy object? I think.
Well, I don't think there's heavy objects anymore. It's just objects.
No. They're like, I mean, the object itself, the special object, they are heavy objects. They're still heavy
Current
objects.
symbiote is light.
Let me see. I'm trying to remember because there is one. Oh, it is light. It's light. There is one heavy object that might be used just in case you are playing Scarab. You put that heavy object. I think it's the only one that remains in modern. I just can't remember which one it is.
So you've got the all black necro sword.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's
the heavy
it.
object.
All black. Yeah. So that's the one. So probably maybe this one as well. Yeah, because you put there in front of your opponent and use that to do scarab stuff. So I would say those 3 plus the all black. That's it.
Okay, so all black being used as offensive.
Yeah, kind of. Not as an object to equip, but more as a kind of tricky to shoot or TK or do scarab stuff.
I like that do scarab stuff, and I think we know what that is. So being able to outwit through that object, yeah, and I guess that's what people need to start thinking about too. If they come up against that, have they got some super strength to get rid of that object? Is another thing, because I think it's also indestructible. So how can you pick it up and use it? Have you got someone with super strength? That was always something I've been thinking of. If someone drops a necro sword right in my starting area, what am I doing with it? 3 good pieces. I'm thinking spin ring. So how are you using your spin ring? Because it was great with Valeria.
Well, she did get nerfed, right? So
yeah,
not sure how good that is. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, it was certainly not doing the damage, but she was still useful with it. So, but you've put it in your top 3, RAF. So how are you using it? You get a chance.
Which one? Sorry.
Spin ring.
Oh, spin ring with Valeria. I'm using with Valeria.
Still using it with Valeria? Okay. Yep.
Yeah, Valeria von Doom. When I'm playing that team with Valeria and Dark Phoenix and Doom and Sky Tyrant and something, the other Valeria and etc. I'm using Spin Ring to kind of like when people try to base me. Spin Ring is really valuable and also gives TK, so I have another source of TK. So you have Oz, you have Valeria, you have like just having more sources of TK. It's always valuable as well. Or you can just spin one, because like people try to kind of base Doom sometimes. So yeah, it's basically the spin ring is to take some pieces, or even spin Dark Phoenix can be like pretty interesting. So because you cannot TK her, but you can spin her. So yeah, that's basically how I use the spin ring.
Okay, nice. Okay, so yeah, because then with the Dark Phoenix, it gives you that little movement thing.
Yeah,
it's not...
and even the extra source of TK now that like the games are like across the board in turn 1. Sometimes you need that extra square or extra TK. So the ring gives this kind of like flexibility of adding another TK. So my team has Oz and 2 Valerias with TK. So yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Yep. So power gem, I think that makes sense. +1 to attack, +2 to damage, whichever way you go. So and the spin ring and the symbiote. 3 great choices. Chris, what about yourself? What objects are you pulling out of the what equipment are you pulling out when you're playing or building teams?
It's usually power gem is one of them. Exospecs, and actually looking through, I was going to go with time gem, but I gotta say the ego gem is my go-to, because it's pretty much just a automatic perplex that you can use for combat value. So,
and it's not restricted to, you can't use on damage, is it?
Yeah, you need to choose any combat value to modify +1 until your next turn. Plus, that way you can also pick up a power gem or some other gem and equip both at the same time.
I hadn't forgotten about the ego gem, but I never actually think about playing on anything else other than Thanos, because he just automatically starts with it. So yeah, that's a good choice. And it certainly helps to do that, and then bring over the power gem to him, and he's booted up. Yeah, that's a great choice. I actually hadn't thought of the ego gem. Exospecs, you like the options of choosing powers?
Yeah, I used to. That one was always a weekly thing for me to bring out, just to get rid of charges and no use power to give someone running shot or pulse wave. That was pretty much the easy way to do it.
My only problem with these exospecs is that 2 extra points that actually cost more than 2, because there's nothing you can do with the 3 left, right?
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
The day of the 3-point ID card is gone to make up that
Yeah,
choice.
just seems that it costs too much nowadays. Just like, oh gosh, I want to do this, but like it's 12 points. Ugh.
But how many points is Pulse Wave for instead of Quake, right? So it's
It was
a
worth
give
12
and
points.
take kind of thing, right?
Yeah, Pulse Wave sucks now, right?
Well, it does. I'm going off of what I'm used to build with.
You better do Quake than Pulse Wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
And look, I guess it gives you that option when you're in the situation, as you said. So you're fairway away and you've got charge. So let's just turn it into running shot and that's there. So it gives you that really great options, and it's still like, as we said, it's an old piece now. 12 points. It feels old. It's an old piece of equipment, but still modern and still really valuable because it gives you those choices.
Yeah.
So,
Plus now everything works with everything else. So there you go.
Yes. Yeah, so you have you can make those really good combinations come alive then, which is really good.
Yeah.
So Power Gem, Exo Specs, and the Ego Gem. Again, very nice choices. For myself, I would have teams I've been building at the moment. I've been considering the Power Gem, just because I think it's great on any team. I think it just makes the character you equip much more powerful. The other one is the Waldo Arms, and I'm still not sure if I'm 100% on Waldo Arms, but I like the idea of getting a free attack or getting my attack and defense pumped up by 1 if I roll. The one I don't like is the actual incapacitate one. Where are we? Waldo Arms. So let's have a look. Waldo Arms is if 1 and 2 modify attack and defense +1. That's always valuable. 3 and 4 is the incapacitate is free. Whenever that one's come up, I've always been in a position where I haven't been able to use it. So, and then the other one, 5 or 6 make a close attack, which is great as well. So that's one piece I'm looking at. There we go. That one is also a heavy object. RAF. If you're looking for those heavy objects.
True. Yes.
That's another one you can drop there, but that one, I think you can destroy it. And so, and the other piece I was looking at was the Carnage Symbiote as well. Be able to have the plasticity and the shape change is really good. And I was looking at this week, the character I was looking at was Spider Hammer. And I was trying to work out which one is good for him on that. Is it good to put the Waldo Arms on him, give him those maybe get a free attack, get the boosts, have the Power Gem, makes him a 12 for 5 on his top click, or the Carnage Symbiote, which then with the plasticity would work hopefully pretty well with his defensive power, where you can only have the 2 people, they're locked together. That way someone couldn't run, so I couldn't move up to someone and then they run away. Was breakaway, sidestep, run away and shoot me. So I was trying to figure out what's a good combination. So that was a piece I was looking at.
What about the all black as well? Because like you get like apart from the giant reach, you also get opposing characters can't use shape change and super sense, so it's a way to get rid of like those 2 stuff with just one object, right?
Yeah. It's more so, I think. Well, because I was thinking about Spider Hammer, you want to be based with someone.
Okay.
I think it gives you a chance. I don't know, just because I was interested for 60 points. Sorry, just as sidetracking. But he's got this defensive power, which he has for the first 4 clicks to boost Sheepdog Otter. So he gets combat reflexes. So if you can base someone who's sitting on a 20 defense, your Spider Hammer is adjacent to exactly 1 opposing character, and neither is adjacent to any other character. Other characters can't be moved to a place adjacent to either of them and can't target either of them. So once he can base someone, then he can't be outwitted by someone else.
Yep. No, that's good. I'm just the problem is that if you base them and they have shape change and they hit the shape change, you don't have anything else to do. So that's why probably like giving the all black would be like a good option, because like you're gonna at least make your attack, right?
But and so it's looking at how how you might be able to play him. And that, so definitely the All Black is a great one, but it's 15 points. I guess.
Okay, yeah.
So
Super
it's that
costly. Yeah.
it's that little bit more expensive.
It is. Yeah. True.
But yeah, I think they're all great choices of equipment. Power Gem, it looks like we all like the Power Gem, and did like that choice of the Ego Gem, Chris. I hadn't actually put that one into my categories of what I was looking at, so I did like that one. Is there any?
Yeah, I think it's just more versatile than the Power Gem. Yeah, the Power Gem gives you the plus 10 effect, which is, I did have it.
That's the.
Yeah, it also gives you the close combat expert, range combat expert, and when this character hits, if the attack roll is 10 or higher, after resolution, steal a hit character 1 penetrating. So there is that.
I think lots of times we well, I know when I've been playing, I always forget that last part on those gems, that when you roll a 10 or higher, that something else happens. It's always something I always forget when I'm playing them.
No, I never hit 10s or
and there is that too.
I never roll those numbers, so I don't even look at that. You know, like one team ability. There's a plenty of team abilities that does stuff after if you roll a 10, like Brotherhood. I think it's Brotherhood of Mutants, right? There are some team abilities that do stuff like remove a token or something. But I never
Justice
roll.
League is the
one. I never roll 10s, so yeah. I don't even look at that.
Is there any equipment that you think could be more useful, but we just haven't sort of found a way to use it really well?
So, what were yours, Ben, again?
So mine were the Power Gem, the Waldo Arms, and the Carnage Symbiote. I think for 10 points each, those things are still really valuable. They're really good to play. I like the Symbiote to give plasticity and shape change. I like the Power Gem, obviously, because it boosts everyone up. And the Waldo Arms, while a bit unpredictable, you still get your Giant Reach too. And you can have that free attack where you get, if you roll a 1 or 2, okay, that's okay. My defense has gone up by 1. I've got 1 plus 1 to my attack. So, I just like the options that it does have, but the randomness of it all would be better to be able to choose. I was looking at equipment that may not come in that often, and one I've been trying to work out is the Ultimate Nullifier and how to use that. That's something I would really like to use one day. So that's from the Future Foundation.
Yeah, Future Foundation. Yep.
So it came with Yawatu, who can't equip it because he is a giant himself. But if he's got Mr. Fantastic, he can equip it. It's a really, I think it's a really interesting piece, and a really piece of equipment. It's random and could be hard, and it's hard to use. I've been trying to figure out what kind of pieces it would be useful to use on. So just looking at it, so it's a power, choose an opposing character within 6 squares and line of fire. Then choose any number from 1 to 6 with X to be X, and then roll a D6. So if the result is higher than X, deal X damage to the chosen character. So if I've got to equip someone and I choose 5 and I roll a 6, then they'll take 5 damage. It's not penetrating damage, so obviously reduces and things come in, but it's not an attack. So it's just a power action. It's not an attack, so it goes through it. I'm assuming it goes through things like shape change and super senses.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
And it says if the result was lower than X, deal X damage to this character. So picking 5 could be really bad because I could be doing 5 damage to myself. And then if the result was equal to X, deal X damage to both characters. So is there good characters to play it on? Is it a valuable piece? Is it?
That's interesting and adds that gambling stuff to the game, right?
it certainly becomes the real chance thing, real chance factor. Do I go 1? Do I pick a 1? Because then I feel like I'm going to get higher than the 1. But I think it's a really interesting piece, and I don't know if there's characters that would be great to play it on. Maybe characters that have stop clicks. Like, could it be valuable on Blackheart? Got a stop click.
Yeah,
So
or maybe just like pick a character that can take 2 damage and takes nothing, like with invincible, invulnerable, or this kind of thing, and just pick two. You know,
yeah, but so
and then
there's
like and just go for something like a character without any defense powers apart from super senses and shape change, like Jason Winegard or Atom, Micron, and these kind of guys that just have senses as defense, and you
okay.
just go
Yep.
from there, and then two, and just choose two. Yeah.
That's a great. Yeah, I guess I'm always like looking cool. I want to do like 5 damage to people.
Yeah. Don't be greedy. Don't
Yeah, I
be
know.
greedy.
And that's part of that's part of the greediness. But yeah, that's great. So if you're picking 2, and you roll a 2 or 1 or 2, you're going to take 2 damage yourself. But if you've got invulnerability
Yeah.
or something like that, you're not taking it, but the other person
Yeah.
will if it's higher. So yeah, it's a yep. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find the right character to do that through. I think it's the choose a opposing character within 6 squares and line of fire. So you have to get to a position where you can
Of course.
see them and do it. So it's certainly not the easiest piece of equipment to use, but I think it could be fun. I might have to have a look at what kind of grab the ultimate nullifier and see if I can use it one day. A team. So that was, I guess that's a bit of an interesting one that if anyone can work out. I get for high level gaming, it's not great because it's the randomness of it all. You want to be guaranteed stuff. You don't want stuff to be random.
Yeah.
But for a home game, it could be really interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah. Sorry, Chris.
Sorry.
What were you going to say? Were you going to say something? No?
Oh, I'm just saying, cool. Yeah, it's
Cool,
it's
okay.
a different kind of equipment, that's for sure.
Is there anything that you guys have looked at that another piece of equipment that you think is interesting?
I like that alchemical stuff, the both of them, but I just think they're random as well. So just that random stuff. I don't like nothing random in this game. I just like things to be certain.
What you need, RAF, is to take dice rolling out of the game. That's what you need to do.
So I don't like random stuff, but I like the both equipment. They bring like a lot of like nice stuff, like penetrating damage and this kind of like. I think both of the alchemicals, they are nice. I just don't like the randomness of the thing. So
I really like the design of those cards and the piece of equipment itself. That you could put the equipment on there and you turn it around on the card. I've had a chance to play the alchemical fire, and that was really good fun. I was trying to think who I played it on. I think I just played it on a Hulk, on a red Hulk one day, just for because I had 10 points left over. I just wanted to give it a try, and the thing I found interesting about it is when equipped. So it's when it's equipped, place a alchemical fire on the circle. Blah blah. Okay, free roll with d6. Turn the alchemical fire left or right. A number of effects equal to half the result until you roll again. Attacks made by this equipped character have listed effect. So you actually have to do it first before it activates. So that was the one thing I think I might have messed up on. I was like, cool, I'm going to go straight to here and do penetrating damage, but I need to roll for that first. But yeah, so I think the fire I think all the options on the fire are good. It's got one is damage dealt as penetrating, one is after resolution may deal 1 damage to each character adjacent to a hit target. Got until next turn, hit character's modifier attack -2, and you've got the fire token. That's the one I actually think I've used the most, the fire token. I was playing against Galactus and put fire token on him. And that was deal character 1 penetrating damage. So it forced Galactus to actually rest, which is really interesting. But yeah, I think if you could be more sure of what you landed on, it would certainly be a piece we saw more often. I still think there's some really interesting uses for it though. Oh man, there's so many great equipment.
Yeah, I just thought about something else. What about we were talking about the ultimate nullifier. What if you put in a character that cannot take more than 1 damage? So, for example, Danger Room Magneto. And
Yeah.
can you do you just take 1 and you can keep calling like 5 or 4?
Yeah, and I think that's what I was sort of thinking on. Is it one of those danger room characters? Because you can go high, and because if you hit high, excellent. If you hit low, well then you just take 1 click of damage.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
So those characters with stock clicks and things like that could be really interesting to play. So that's it. That's what I was thinking for it. It'd be so that danger room guys were good. I'm going maybe Sabretooth might be better. Because if I'm playing Danger Room Magneto, I want him out there doing things. But
Okay,
certainly,
Raph, that wouldn't work for the danger room construct
No, why not?
because his thing says if Magneto has 2 or less error tokens, characters take maximum 1 damage from Magneto's attacks. Magneto takes a maximum of 1 damage from opponent's attacks.
Yeah, but it's not an attack. It's not an attack.
yeah, so
Yeah,
they
but
will
that's-
take the full damage.
That's the only way that he takes 1 damage.
From attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you
And
mean.
he can't be healed or chosen for mastermind. So that's how that works. Yeah.
Yeah, so not them.
Dude,
So
no, not
and
them. Yep.
This is a great thing to discuss because I actually had them on the radar, but now that I'll take them off my radar for that. So yeah, I still think there's something out there, somewhere to use it. Just got to try to find out what it is. Cool. Okay. Well, is there anything else we have for tonight, boys? Yeah.
I was gonna say one for one more.
Go for it. Yeah, go.
Equipment. The Emotional Modifier.
Ooh.
I think I don't think I have one in my collection. I got to go sort through everything. But the way it says is free. Choose one of the following to last until you choose again. So fear, opposing characters within 4 squares modify defense -1. Doubt, opposing characters within 4 squares modify attack -1. Hate, objects within 4 or characters within 4 squares and line of fire use Battle Fury. So I would say that's pretty good because I don't think you're rolling for it unless they change the things here. But
I
that one sounds pretty good.
Yeah. And it has a chosen passive effect until you choose again. Yep. So I choose fear, and then opposing characters within 4 squares modify their defense -1 wherever they're within 4 squares. That comes with what's his name?
Psycho Man.
Psycho Man. So are you thinking of playing it with Psycho Man or just as equipment? Because what Psycho Man does, he makes it an 8, right? So he is number
57.
And so it says when he uses it, the effects affected characters within 8 squares instead of 4. So he gives you that big range on it.
Yeah, that's right. That's actually pretty good. But looking at his dial, it's 75 points for 6 clicks. He's got Elwood and Shape Change, which is not bad, but it's the Mind Control and Incap is. I don't know. I'm not a fan of those combos, really.
It's a hefty price to pay for it because he starts getting quick. So, but for 10 points, you can put it on whoever you like, and with 4 squares, beautiful. Yeah. You can be hiding behind a wall, and because it's not line of fire, so it just happens, which is really.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Doesn't say line of fire, yeah.
And I think as well, so the last one. Sorry, I'm trying to find it again. Is where you get Battle Fury. So what does it say? It says characters within 4 squares and line of fire can use Battle Fury. That means my own characters can. So good to play against Jason Wingard.
Yeah, true.
Give all my characters Battle Fury and you can't mind control me.
No, it's opposing, right? Isn't it?
The hate one says characters within. So the first two say fear and doubt stay opposing. Yeah. Hate one says characters within 4 squares can.
Oh, okay. So everyone.
But that one has a line of fire to it.
line of. Yeah, but you just need to get close to Jason, let's say.
But
And,
or I just have him in the middle of my group of characters moving up, and Jason can't mind control them because they've got battle fury themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
I
That's
think about that
smart. Yeah.
The last couple of games have been against Jason. And
Yeah, that Jason is boring. Yeah.
And so that's a great pick too, Chris. I reckon. Really, it could be so useful. Be standing there, take away their attack, or just modifying attack -1, modifying their defense. Yeah.
Nice one. Yeah.
Yep. So I think that one's another great piece. I actually have kept 2 of them myself for that reason, just in case. I don't think I ever need to play 2, but I can't play 2. But I've kept 1 for myself and 1 for my son, just in case. So yeah, no, great, excellent. So that was a good talk about equipment. I'm sure we could go on and talk. Maybe one day we could talk retro and talk about what equipment we've enjoyed in the past. That was a really good talk about modern equipment. Oh, I think that might be the end of tonight, boys. How are we feeling?
Yeah. I agree with you.
I think we've covered a good range. We've talked about the RAF set.
Yep.
We did.
We've talked about some equipment. We've talked about some games that are hopefully happening very soon. We even put a shout out for a sponsor. That'll be cool. We know that we've had some questions given to us by Malcolm Rush. And thanks, Malcolm, for the questions. We'll look to get to those next time, I think. We
can do it
tonight.
Yeah, we can do it next time, so we can talk about our collections and stuff.
Yeah,
But
so
mainly, I organize my inboxes. That's it. No, but,
we can certainly talk about collections.
Yeah, I can say that Daniel sent me that Clix that I talked in the beginning of the show in a box that was so nice that I just picked from the courier and put in my wardrobe. He said, okay, this is the Wonder Woman set. That's what I did. So yeah,
that's good.
Nice.
Thanks for the box, Daniel, if you're listening to us.
So let's wind up for tonight. Any last words from you guys? Anything you want to say? So obviously enjoying the new box from Daniel. RAF, anything?
No, that's it from me. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your tea if it's not cold yet. Or I don't know if you drink that.
Chris, anything else you want to say to finish off tonight?
I got nothing else. Yeah.
Got nothing else? Cool. Okay, so let's finish off. So as we bring another episode of Clix and the Barbie to a close, let us turn the Barbie off. And we'd like to thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to talking about heroclix in Australia and all things heroclix related again. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.
Thanks.
Thanks.